Hello and welcomes back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Vyi'zur here on the world of Balmorra, and we are pushing back against the Balmorran resistance. They are holed up now within their their main base of the Balmorran arms factory. In addition, we are also trying to get Admiral Ivanus down to the planet's surface, and Lieutenant Major Pyrell believes if we further discredit his superior, we'll manage to do just that. So, we're here in the Sundari outpost. We just pull out the map here. Here's the Sundari flatlands, which lead us to the Balmorran arms factory. There are a few quests we can pick up. In fact, we've been asked to speak with the Imperial Governor. It seems Darth Maul has sent one of his underlings, another Sith Lord, to oversee the occupation of Balmorra.
Do you know the worst part, Governor?
I didn't. I didn't.
Exactly. You didn't even own up to your mistakes. That's why the Dark Council gave this planet to me.
Please.
Watch and enjoy. I am Darth Lacris, and I'm here to cleanse Balmorra. They say you're the best bounty hunter. You're wasted working for those incompetents in Sobrik.
They may be incompetent, but the work pays dividends.
I'm sure it does. You're here because I asked the governor to bring me his best. Balmorra has a problem.
My friends in the Resistance, I won't take much time. The Empire says it owns Balmorra. The Republic says it's yours. We're gone. But you and I know Balmorra's won with sweat and tears, and my boys will stand by your side until everyone knows it.
Grand Marshal Jaquetta, formerly of the Republic Army. Officially, he and his troops went rogue after the Republic withdrew from this sector. Ever since, they've been holed up under siege, aiding the Resistance and fortifying their position. You may have met their scouting parties already.
Grand Marshal Jaquetta, what's his story?
A brute. He seems barely literate, but he took 3 sectors from us during the war. Jaquetta and the Resistance are based in the Balmorran Arms Factory, home of the brightest engineers in the galaxy. I'm told the factory's generators are inexhaustible, its defenses cutting edge, its barricades block our scans, giving the Resistance peace and privacy.
No fortress is invincible. There must be a structural vulnerability. Potential traitors in the ranks.
If the governor had done his job, we'd know. But there's no time anymore. Jaquetta may have officially gone rogue, but the Republic still supports him. They fund his revolution from the shadows, make supply drops in secret. Those Republic hypocrites want the arms factory as a beachhead. And as Balmorra's new governor, I say we take it before they mount a full invasion.
I can handle the assault. How much cash is in the treasury?
Whatever hasn't been squandered or embezzled is yours. Obliterate the factory defenses. Lower the barricades that block our scans, and I'll have an army at your back. And if you can, bring me proof of Republic involvement on Balmorra. We'll expose their lies on a galactic stage.
That sounds like an awful lot of money. Darth Lacris.
The Balmorran Arms Factory awaits your touch.
So, destroy defenses, lower the barricades to allow the Imperials to scan the arms factory. Apologies if you hear a lot of rain in the background. It's actually a bit stormy right now. I'm hoping I don't have a power cut because some regions have suffered power cuts during the storms over the past couple of days. I've managed to avoid most of it, but the storm is somewhat kind of overhead right now, so we'll take the chance. Let's just put it that way. But I thought I'd make you aware of what's going on.
Hunter, you are better than the common mercenary, you've proven that much. Today the Balmorran resistance, backed by the government in exile, takes its last pitiful gasp. We have you to thank. It won't be long before the corpse of former Defense Minister Vol'argan is cold in the ground.
Has the former defense minister come to Balmorra?
That's the rumor, but either way, if Operation Breaking Point succeeds, his death is only a matter of time. The Resistance, aided by the Republic, has made its headquarters in the Balmorran Arms Factory. It is a heavily fortified facility, but it's not invulnerable. Not with such a powerful patriot as yourself on our side.
I await your orders.
If we may impose on you for one final task in service of the glorious Empire, we need you to break into the factory, shut off its power, and use the period of panic to shut down security. Once this is done, the main attack force can sweep in and wipe out the Resistance. And if you see Vol'argan, kill him.
It's an honor to serve.
Word is the Resistance at the factory have the Republic's backing. They'll be well equipped and well trained. For anyone else, this would be a suicide mission. I wouldn't consider it, but I have a good feeling about you.
I wouldn't exactly say it's an honor to serve, but as I say, sometimes the dialogue wheel doesn't really give us a hint of what we're actually going to say. But no matter. So, it looks like the Colonel's plan coincides with Darth Lacris's. We need to shut down even more security once we're inside the arms factory. And from there, he promises we'll have an army at our back, helping us mop up the last of the Resistance.
Care to take a look at our ordnance? For the Empire.
Excuse me, what's your clearance? I need someone for a retrieval mission. It's a matter of Imperial security. The Republic raided one of our research posts. A ship escaped with stolen plans for a brand new walker design. Luckily, our gunners just brought the ship down. I need someone trustworthy, to check the crash site and retrieve those plans.
What's in it for me?
Intelligence is providing a reward for the plan's recovery. This is the route to the crash site. Oh, if there are any survivors, kill on site. Take the plans to Agent Nianla. She'll get them to safety. Thanks. It was a stroke of luck meeting you.
Very well, we'll look into that. And by the looks of things, we have another member of Imperial Intelligence here.
Your reputation precedes you. Watcher 8, Imperial Intelligence. I'm authorized to hire anyone I need, and I need the best. Agent Veld, my top field operative, has failed to check in. Instead, I received some garbled distress signal. I will not abandon Agent Veld. I need him found.
Whatever prompted the distress signal, Veld could already have fallen victim to it.
Your expert opinion notwithstanding, he's survived worse missions without a scratch. I can give you Agent Veld's last known position near the Republic's main landing field, but the rest would be up to you.
Compared to my other jobs, this'll be nothing.
Glad to hear it. His distress signal was sent from these coordinates. I'll send him an alert to watch for you, but it may not get through. Good luck.
Okay, look for this Imperial agent who may be in a spot of trouble. And we have a heroic mission here. By order of the former Imperial Governor of Balmorra, off-world sympathizers from crack Republic commando groups have illegally joined the Balmorran resistance in opposition of Imperial domination. Rhodian, Chagrian, and Keldor mercenary forces, decorated Republic war heroes, all are well coordinated and have taken up a position near the AA guns outside of the Balmorran arms factory. Their snipers have been responsible for over 300 Imperial casualties and the destruction of over 50 Imperial aircraft to date. Anyone who will crush these alien rebels and liberate the AA guns will be compensated. So let's head on forward. You can see the war zone here. Yeah, the Balmorran arms factory is well fortified for anyone trying to get past. There we have the downed Republic ship. First things first, let's see if we can locate these stolen walker plans. See, there were some survivors.
You're gonna get it now.
No sign of the plans. Oh, we have a data pad here, though. Let's see what the data pad has for us. There's a short message. There's a friendly training facility hidden. All survivors should travel to the facility. It has Jedi protection. Huh. The coordinates of the facility are over here. Oh, there's the walker plans. Just need to deal with a few more of the crash survivors. There we are. So now we can take these plans and hand them over to Agent Nianla. Right. And she is in a rather perilous position. Near the trenches, shall we call them.
These are the stolen walker plans, I take it. So, Lieutenant Quisoon finally did something right by choosing you. Imperial Intelligence appreciates your hard work. I'll personally ensure these plans are secured. Congratulations.
And now we have a new side quest from the Sergeant here.
From the look of you, I don't need to ask if you can handle a gun. Interested in some target practice? Simple. Big reward from upstairs and the targets aren't even moving. The Republic scattered gun turrets along the defensive line, and my forces can't break through.
If there's payment involved, I'm interested.
I can be generous when my men's lives are at stake. Hit the turrets with everything you've got. I'll contact you when there's a breach we can get through. Good hunting!
Okay. Deal with the stationary gun emplacements. And there's a series of bonus missions attached to this mission as well. So here's the stationary guns. There's a few around here as well. Defeat so many of the resistance forces. Destroy some artillery droids.
I hear trench warfare is as bad as it gets. Cowering in a dirty hole, hoping a bombardment doesn't hit too close, or pinned in with dozens of others, desperately fighting with nowhere to go. Thought I'd be a pushover, huh?
Here's one of the artillery droids. Oh, there's another artillery droid. God damn it. Bonus mission complete, and we need one more stationary gun. Should be a large enough hole in the defensive line now for the sergeant's forces to push through. Oh, bloody hell, getting myself stuck. There you go.
Knew I could count on you. My forces will make it through. Great work.
You are welcome. So, now let's push on. We can get through and beyond the trenches. Before we do that, before we push on to the Balmorra arms factory and look for this agent, might as well grab these goodies. Let's go do that heroic mission, shall we? So we need to defeat 35 resistance sympathizers. Various alien mercenaries they hired, find this General Tau, and of course the bonus mission of destroying 6 communication towers. I'm not sure if I mentioned it previously, but when you do heroic missions, make sure you complete the bonus mission first, as the quests, as you've seen, do auto-complete. So you want to kind of get the bonus mission and the reward from that before you find the words, before you get the main objective done, otherwise you miss out.
You're gonna get it now.
trying to get by without Mako healing us so that we can have her assist with her firepower. When we have a group like this with one elite, it might be a bit more tricky. But we'll see what we can do. See how we manage. Watch that health. If we accidentally pulled another group there, we'd be dead. These are the communication towers we need to disable or destroy. Suppose in fairness we do have this emergency heal, and we do have a med pack if we need it. Yeah, we'll just keep Mako act as a DPS for now. If nothing else, at least we'll reach level 35 from this. Right. A lot of weak enemies here with one elite. Uh-oh.
Just had to put my mind to it.
Oh, Christ. I wonder if those counted. Should have checked to see the repair droids counted towards the like the number of kills we needed to have. I wasn't really paying attention at the time. I was too busy trying not to panic. Get this grenade going. So, other communication towers. 1, 2, 3. Where's... Ah, and there's the 4th. Okay, perfect. We need the communication towers first, so... These siege droids here. Find a nice group of enemies where we can use a grenade on all of them. Gotta watch out. I'm sure the siege droid patrols down on the beach, where General Tao is, just down there. That siege droid could cause a few complications. If nothing else, we might actually get level 35 before we take on General Tao, which means we'll have the demolition round. Indeed. Cool. We got concussive round as well. It's a stunning ability. Knocks targets out for 60 seconds. I wonder if it's a sleeping ability. It has a 1-minute cooldown. Maybe not. But we can use it on anything. Okay. Well, actually, let's just try it out. Can't do it right. Oh yeah, it's an activation. Right, we end up in combat against this, right. Okay. We'll look at Demolition Round in just a moment, the tooltips and such.
I'm not scared of you.
Right. So we need to deal with 10 more resistant sympathizers. At least we can knock one enemy out, if needs be. It's a bit of a panic. Let's see what we have. So we now have Blazing Barrel, which increases the critical chance of your hail of bolts by 15% and its critical damage bonus by 30%. Pretty good. Hail of bolts is relatively weak, but good because of its AoE potential. So, Demolition Round has a 15-second cooldown. Fires a round that explodes on contact, dealing a fair bit of kinetic damage. It's also increased if the target is affected by our Gravity Vortex from Grav Round. Now, let's go back. Was there... We don't have Vortex Bolt yet. Yeah, okay. So nothing else really new, apart from obviously the concussive round. I guess we can use that to knock out a player, because players don't rapidly regenerate their health while knocked out. So as long as we haven't set the target on fire with our plasma grenade, we could knock a player out, and as long as they don't have their tenacity ability to break free. Right, so what should we do? If we were to go against a player, we'd want to slow them down first. Which means we need to use... What ability is it again? One of our abilities slows the target. We need to use Concussive Charge to slow the target. Then hopefully they'll pop Tenacity to speed up again, and then we can knock them out while we regenerate our health in case our health's in a bad way. That's the plan so far. Level 39 will allow us to augment our demolition round, it seems. Level 39. Right, keep that in mind. So we want to be using the Grav round followed by the Demolition round. We used to be using it Grav, Explosive, and then High Impact, but we can use Grav, Demolition, High Impact now. And that'll maximize our damage. Works out quite nicely. Right. Might as well hit General Tao now, since he's by himself. Hopefully we don't need Mako healing us, but we'll give it a go.
Trouble on the way.
8% health. Another companion gift. Right. 7 more resistance sympathizers. Bah, get the words out. Doing quite well for ourselves. Level 35 already. Set you on fire. Right, 4 more targets. And there's the bonus mission complete. So, now we need to find Agent Veld, who's outside of the arms factory, and then we get to push into the factory proper. Another lockbox that we can open up. So we have 1 set of decorated bolt blasters. That was the when we were lower level, and then 2 sets of battle scarred. It'll be a higher tier bit of gear. Here's the arms factory. This is where we could struggle to get some of our bonus missions done with so many players potentially in the factory itself. I could be fighting over resources and their targets once again.
Go. No, wait. Watcher 8 alerted me about you. My mission's been compromised and I need your help. I need to gather clearance code cylinders from Republic officials around the landing field. Sadly, prying the cylinders from their bodies will be necessary. I've already identified the targets. I need you to handle them and take the code cylinders back to Watcher 8.
I assume you won't just be sitting here while someone else does your job.
I'll be finishing my recon mission for Watcher 8, which is classified, you understand. When you have the cylinders, plant some explosive charges on the ships on the ground. I need a distraction for the critical stage of my recon.
I thought Imperial intelligence was more circumspect than that.
The time for elegance is long gone. These should be enough charges. I know Watcher 8 trusted your skills, but be careful.
I've always complained about Agent Veld. It seems like we are indeed doing his job for him, but I suppose I've kind of, I wouldn't say matured, I've kind of relaxed a bit more about him over the years. Realizing that there are multiple different types of agent. Even though we, if you play as an Imperial agent, become a Cypher agent where we don't mind getting our hands dirty. Maybe he's just more specialized in recon. Oh, we need that security officer to get the code cylinders.
Just had to put my mind to it.
Yeah, plenty of people heading into the arms factory. There's another security officer, I believe so. And then, of course, we've been asked to make a distraction. Either for the agent to get more recon data or to get the hell out of there. So we have these free resistance star ships. Oh, someone's already recently blown them up. How very dare they? Did I do them in reverse order as well? God damn it. Maybe. Let me just plant an explosive here. Plant an explosive there. And last but not least. Yay! Mission complete. And now the fight for our various targets within the arms factory. Because I believe there's a chain bonus mission here. So we need to find some powered down droids, internal sensors, find the generators.
To our personnel. Last night was a hell of a fight. Outnumbered 10 to 1, and we still beat back the imps. Victory's coming, boys. Keep this up, and we can all go home.
This place isn't a factory, it's a fortress. I don't think the Balmorra and freedom fighters could maintain a stronghold like this without outside help.
And we have a bonus to defeat 25 of the resistance forces. This looks like someone's already dealing with the powered down droids. And with the internal sensors as well. That could be a pain. Yeah. We just passed the main generator, but I'm just keeping my eye open for other... Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, everyone's touching everything. God damn it. This is the downside of having so many people around. Hi. In fairness, the powered down droids and internal sensors are part of the main objective for the assault here, so a lot of people are trying to get them. can I get... You're gonna go for that power down droid, aren't you? Would you mind? No? Maybe? Thank you. One more internal sensor, one more powered down droid. Oh. Anyone? Don't mind me.
This is Grand Marshal Chiquetta. I've been hearing grumbling lately. People saying the Republic abandoned Balmorra. Well, I may not be Republic Army anymore, but I'm still a patriot. So don't say it to my face. The treaty may not have left us much choice, but the people of the Republic are still behind you.
There's the main generator. I know I got this droid earlier. I think there's some droids deeper in the facility. Let's go look for them, shall we? Man, a lot of people may have the same idea. Ah, I'm on fire!
Just had to put my mind to it.
So we're keeping an eye out for one more droid. Here's the security hubs that we need to access and disable. There's the bonus mission complete. And there's the other security hub for allowing us to scan the facility. Power down droids. That's what we're looking for. I guess if nothing else, we'll hit this security hub. I suppose we can go look for Vol Organ, the former defense minister. Hello. Hi. Did we make a friend? Looks like there'll be a powered down droid there at some point. But here's the defense minister. Thank you, Mako. Go give Colonel Frayne the good news. More companion gifts. Right. We need a powered down droid. Where there's smoke, it normally indicates that's where one will spawn. Seeing if there was one kind of out of the way somewhere. I suppose we have to play the waiting game. Bit frustrating, but these things happen. We could switch instances, I suppose, and hope that the arms factory is less busy, but we'll give it a minute. Hopefully we don't have to wait overly long.
Marshal Chiquetta here. I want to talk about sacrifice. My troops and I gave up our homes in the Republic. But the rest of you weren't given a choice. Your planet was taken from you. You're giving up everything to get it back. That's the real deal.
Okay. So now with the droids, obviously some of the factory defenses disabled, and the internal sensors down, the Imperial should be able to scan the arms factory and see what's going on inside. Let's go report our success.
Darth Lagris, can you read me? I'm lowering the barricades to the Balmorran arms factory.
I hear you perfectly. We'll start scanning the interior now. Hold on. Someone cut through this interference.
Pardon my interruption. I'm Grand Marshal Chiquetta, formerly of the Republic Army.
Grand Marshal Chiquetta, I work for Balmorra's new governor.
The Sith announced her new position as you started your attack. I liked the last governor better. He didn't spit when he talked. I'm not a complete fool. Once I realized you planned to lower our defenses, I sent a few friends.
Jedi Knight Raylon Nis, reporting.
Tempest Squad, reporting.
Fresh volunteers who have taken a leave of absence to join the Balmorran resistance. Taste of what's coming.
I'm surprised a Jedi could arrive on Balmorra unnoticed.
We've got a few tricks left.
Go! Go!
Great.
That's what I put my mind to.
Huh. For a Jedi, he was weaker than the one we encountered back on the Black Talon. And she was only a Padawan. But yeah, Republic Special Forces and a Jedi here on Balmorra.
Can you hear me? This channel is still open. Did Chiquetta send a Jedi?
Along with a Special Forces team. He claimed they weren't with the Republic.
I'm sure he did. My people are performing a full scan of the factory now that the defenses are down. I'll patch you into the report.
My lord, we're detecting unusual signals from inside the factory. What appears to be a hyperspace beacon. It shouldn't be possible. It must have taken them decades.
Don't underestimate their engineers or their resources. What can you do?
In theory, starships could follow the beacon and jump-in system almost directly overhead.
The Republic is flying reinforcements straight to the Balmorran arms factory and bypassing our defenses.
All this time the Republic and their engineers were boxed in. They were laying the groundwork for invasion.
Picking up. There are dozens of ships out there. Silhouette is Republic Special Forces, Triumph class.
This is how they did it during the war. Multiple strike teams, strategic objectives, 1 Jedi per military squad. They took entire planets. They know we see them. They're rushing to land now.
The Empire still runs this world. How much damage can those squads do?
Our forces are armed to fight a traditional insurgency, not elite strike teams. We'd need 1,000 Sith, not 6 million grunts. Take out the landing platforms and guidance systems around the factory. I'll have attack squadrons blow those ships out of the sky. Fail me now, and we perish with Balmorra.
So, what then? So it's like 6 million grunts, 1,000 Sith, 1 bounty hunter? That's a reasonable ratio, I think, considering. So, we need to destroy 4 guidance systems and destroy the docked fighters so that the Republic can't use those landing pads. The guidance systems can be a bit of a pain because they have a long respawn time. And I doubt that's changed over the years. These are the guidance systems here. There's 2 right next to each other. If possible, I'll be nice and see if this Marauder needs those guidance systems. If not, I'll take them myself. No? Okay. Actually, he's heading towards one of the landing pads. So we'll leave that one to respawn. Let's go get this other guidance beacon. And then we'll go for the landing bays. We also need... Do we do that here? No. That's looking to see where we have to retrieve the homing beacon attached to the ship that will have the resistance leaders.
This is Darth Lapras. Our ships are closing on the Republic transports. Keep destroying those landing pads, and there will be no escape for the enemy.
Oh, we have a bonus to defeat 10 of the resistance forces.
Attack squadrons engaged. We're down 6 Republic transports. I'm calling in additional ground-to-air weaponry.
Seems like the air battle's going well.
That's how I put my mind to it.
bonus mission complete. Let's see, wait for this ship to respawn so that we can blow it up. And then that is the final landing base secure. Thank you.
Only a few targets remain airborne, and they've got nowhere to go. But one transport slipped past us. I'm sending in ground troops. You intercept that ship at the factory's upper landing pad. No one survives this attack.
Okay. So there are upper landing pads. One of which is going to be used by the Resistance leaders. We know their ship has been tagged by Imperial spies. First things first, let's go make Darth Lacris happy. See what ship got past. Don't think we have a bonus here. There's the Grand Marshal himself.
The fleet may be lost, but my Padawan and I can hold the Imperials while you regroup.
No. You've got your ship, we've got a few of our own. I want you to get the non-combatants and the wounded off Balmorra. After we handle this. You're damn tough, you know that?
How many years have you survived under siege? You've had a good run.
It's not over yet. I've got Jedi at my back and the finest armor Balmorran arms ever designed. Ignore the scratches.
We can cover your escape.
Let's see what an old man can do for his troops.
Ah!
Well, down goes the Jedi. The Grand Marshal himself has actually activated an Iron Curtain defense screen, making him invulnerable for a few more seconds.
Good fight. You've got, well, you've got something I don't have anymore.
I've got instincts you'll never have.
Maybe so. Hear me out. I know how much the Empire wants to expose the Republic's involvement in Balmorra, publicly. I confess the truth of the invasion, if you help my men.
What happened to the Grand Marshal who showed defiance?
It's just us now. None of my boys left to inspire. Let the Balmorrans and the non-combatants leave. Treat the Republic soldiers fairly, as prisoners of war. Help them, and I'll tell everyone we violated the treaty.
Agreed. You're more useful alive.
I appreciate that. Sounds like your troops made it inside. Keep your word. I'll keep mine.
Time to go, Chiquetta.
Sir, Squad 815, Darth Lacra sent us to reinforce your position.
Take the Grand Marshal into custody. We're done for now.
Understood. There's fighting all over the factory, but it looks like a victory. Orders are to regroup at the outpost when you can, sir.
Imperial troops giving us respect. He must be new. Hasn't been properly indoctrinated into the anti-alien bias. Okay, one more thing to do here on the upper level, and that is find the bugged ship that the resistance leaders are meant to be using. Why are you pushing a forklift? Really malfunctioning droids. Anyone between us and our target? Yes, there is. Ooh.
To it.
We have another return to entrance item, like a built console here. It returns us. It takes us all the way back to the beginning of the Balmorra Arms Factory. I wouldn't want that because we need to take this homing beacon, make some friends apparently. And we need to go plant this homing beacon on, I think the Major said, a garbage ship. That is probably in the landing bays that we were just ruining earlier. Oh, 2 seconds. Sorry about that. Right. Ah, I'm guessing that's the garbage ship that we need to plant the beacon on.
Scared of you.
There we are. Now we can get back to the Sundari outpost. Got a few quests to hand in and make our way back over to Sobrick City and report our success.
Agent Veld was able to relay a message to me. Your assistance is appreciated, as are these code cylinders you gathered. Rest assured, we will find them most useful. Again, my thanks.
Don't want your thanks, I want payment.
I've heard most satisfactory reports of your success in the Balmorra arms factory. And that fool Vol'argan played right into our hands. There can be no doubt. The Resistance is crushed.
You didn't hire the best gun in the galaxy for nothing.
We chose very wisely indeed. Captain Rigel is in charge of writing up the report on this one. If I could ask you for one final favor, that you report your success to him.
Yeah, we could do that. Not a problem. Ah, missed the elevator.
Darth Lacris, Grand Marshal Chiquetta is defeated, and the Balmorran arms factory is broken.
You smell like smoke and blood. Let me show you something.
My forces received supplies and intelligence from the Republic. We knowingly and illegally attacked Imperial targets by order of the Senate. We broke the peace treaty that keeps our worlds whole, and for that, I apologize to all citizens of the galaxy.
There are protests on the streets of Coruscant. Republic ships are withdrawing from 3 sectors. You humiliated them.
Now that Balmorra is secure, what do you intend?
I'm gathering troops for a clean sweep of the Balmorran arms factory. I'm making it my base of planetary operations. My governorship would be very different without you. You have my gratitude for your assistance.
You made the better offer. Republic and Empire don't mean much to me.
They will, someday. It's time I return to ruling. There are new reports of resistance activity. Should you choose to remain on Balmorra, perhaps I'll call on you again.
Ah, perhaps you will. Mako's like, yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here. Right, we might as well... Yeah, we'll just quick travel back over to Subric, why not? Looks like we can speak to our class trainer. Probably the 3rd ranking of speeder piloting.
You want to be on top, gonna need the skills. Come back, you might learn something.
Success. I've just received word that Colonel Sartius has been placed under arrest. Under arrest. If only I could have been there when Sartius led his men into that garbage transport, weapons drawn.
Morgir swoons in admiration for Master.
This is priceless. Admiral Ivanus is already on his way. He wants us to meet at the spaceport. You've done me a great service, Bounty Hunter. Credits feel insufficient. How can I better reward you?
I want to be there when you meet the man. See you get your reward.
Yes. How fitting that the individual who helped me achieve my goals will be at my side to greet the Admiral. I'm sure the Admiral will overlook your genetic makeup when he hears of your skill. Meet me at the spaceport. Your presence as part of the grand entourage I present to Admiral Ivanus will make the occasion truly memorable.
Morgir wants to go. Morgir can be part of the occasion.
Oh, very well. But mind your place. I'll see you at the Admiral's docking bay, bounty hunter. Don't be late. A very bright future awaits us.
Seems well pleased. Level 36. What does this armor set look like? I'm not a fan of the back skirt, of course, but well, if it didn't have that, that chest piece isn't so bad, actually. I can dye it a different colour, but yeah, back skirts, I mean, I'm wearing one right now, but I'm not really a fan of them. Let's go speak to Captain Rigel just inside the spaceport, and then we need to find Admiral Ivanus's docking bay. Hey, Griffin, you're still here? You haven't been picked up by internal security yet?
Hunter, you've more than earned your keep. The whole resistance is in shambles. The people's spirits are broken. Balmorra is as good as ours.
I'll be taking my pay then.
Of course. I think you'll find it most generous. We cannot possibly thank you enough for your service. Decades we've been trying to win this war, and you've done it in a fraction of the time. Thank you.
You are welcome. Hey, we got a chest piece again. Oh well. Could sell one of them, I suppose. So our opportunity to deal with our first Great Hunt target. We've still had no indication of who our bounty hunter target, like our fellow bounty hunter is. Though people may have made a guess already. Or maybe you've seen this or played this before. Also very possible.
Ah, there you are. Just in time. Admiral Ivanus's shuttle has already arrived. I hope you're ready.
Relax. He's just a man.
Yes, you're right. No different from me. Shh. He's coming. Admiral Ivanus, sir. I can't tell you what a singular honor and pleasure this is.
You worthless incompetent.
I beg your pardon. What have I done, sir?
It's what you failed to do. You're in charge of intelligence. Colonel Sartius's failures are your failures.
No, sir. I warned Colonel Sartius there were many problems with his strategies.
Silence! You pathetic excuse for an officer. I've come all the way here just to see you executed in person.
No, sir. I can explain. I just... You, bounty hunter, help the Admiral understand. Explain it to him.
I'm a bounty hunter, remember?
You brought some filthy alien bounty hunter with you, Perel. What were you thinking?
Thinking is not one of Pirel's strengths, Admiral.
What's this? Another disgusting bit of subhuman scum?
Morgir. What?
The name's Morgir, Admiral Ivanus. I'm a bounty hunter on the Great Hunt, and I am here to kill you.
Watch out. She's an assassin.
Guards, kill her!
Die, Imperial scum!
I'm not scared of you.
Well, there goes our fellow bounty hunter.
I can't believe Mergia was an assassin. Thank the Emperor you were here to avenge the Admiral. I'll see to your reward personally. The Governor of Balmorra himself will hear of your invaluable service to the Empire. Can I count on your discretion concerning my relationship with Mergia?
Your offer had better be especially generous.
You'll be most pleased with your reward, my friend. You have my word, and everyone will hear about your noble defense of the Admiral. You'll be a hero of the Empire.
Pleasure doing business with you.
It's been a singular honor meeting you. I'll see to cleaning up this mess. Best of luck in your future endeavors, my friend. Farewell.
I can't believe we pulled that off. What a crazy hunt. I mean, honestly, did you know Mergia was the other bounty hunter all along?
She never had me fooled for a second.
Really? Can't put one over on you, huh? Looks like we're done with beautiful Balmorra. We should get going while the getting's still good.
So Mergia actually got the kill on the Admiral. Well, obviously we never saw him get shot down, but must have been when she got those first few shots off before we engaged her. But we managed to get away without people realizing that we were also here to kill an Imperial Admiral, securing our reputation. In fact, we're going to be celebrated as a hero for trying to defend him. All in a day's work. Well, our time here in Balmorra has come to an end.
I've eliminated my targets on Balmorra.
Old Wall, I confirm. It looks like things got messy, but you made a clean getaway. Credit for Admiral Iverness goes to you. Keep it up and we'll know you weren't just lucky. Luck out.
There we are. You blaster. New assault cannon, I should say. And there we are. Time on Balmorra has come to an end. I might as well just sell that assault rifle. I'm not going to be using it. Assault cannon, I should say. Let's open up these lock boxes, see what's inside. Slightly better boots, a new better relic. See what's in these lock boxes. Ooh, what does that chest piece look like? Okay, it has a decent... it's not terrible. Not a fan of the colour, but it's not terrible. We'll stick it on at least, because it is better than what we have. Right, let's have a look. This is a mastery relic. So we need to get rid of this one. Right, sell everything else. I mean, this does give us a little bit more endurance, but I might as well keep the power relic until we find another one. And we have a ton of companion gifts. Let's just organize our inventory before we take a break. And we'll think about what we're going to be doing in the next part of the series. So, I need... These are all rank 4 companion gifts. Okay, perfect. This armor. There you go. There's a different armor set. We didn't get the helmet, I don't think. Or maybe I missed it. Right. So, what we'll do is we'll take a break here. Normally I would do another interlude part of the series, and we'd be doing another flashpoint, another dungeon. But they're still broken. God damn it. Hopefully, because it's still week 1 of Legacy of the Sith as I'm recording this. I've pushed through the recording a good bit. Because I've enjoyed doing so. But I was hoping that it would have fixed the flashpoint situation. Hopefully they do with the week maintenance on Tuesday. We'll have to see. But in the meantime, we'll be on our way to our second bounty target here in the Great Hunt on the Smuggler's Moon of Nar Shaddaa. Between this part and the next, I may pop over to the Imperial Fleet and pick up some more item modifications. Not that I'm wearing a great deal of modified armor anymore. Apart from the gloves and the helmet. I could pick up some better weapon mods and for the generator as well. But yeah, what I'll also do is I'm going to change my chest plate and maybe the helmet as well. I may try... I mean, I'm getting used to the voice modulator, but I wouldn't mind trying a different helmet and seeing what that turns out like. Plus, as much as I love this chest piece and all the scratches upon it, I'd rather have one with a jetpack on the back. Just for like personal preference more than anything. Either way though, I'll take a break here. Thank you for joining me once again. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, though, take care. Bye-bye now.